Flames tear through the roof of the historic Buxton Inn in Granville. We're now seeing the damage from the air. This video from the WSYX drone track shows the charred roof. The fire starting in the attic above the inn's kitchen. The kitchen is a loss, but there's no major damage to the main structure of this landmark building. The owners are promising to rebuild and reopen Ohio's oldest inn and tavern. Let's send things out now to Luann Stoya with more on the investigation and the outpouring of support from the community. Luann?
People have been stopping by here at the Buxton Inn to offer support and encouragement all day long and to take a look at the damage. We can see it, the progression of the fire from here to the middle of the kitchen area and then to the top of the roof where the historic inn begins. And the owner showed us this. These are years of documents that escaped the flames. Now the owners are focused on trying to rework and rebuild.
Firefighters work to make sure flames don't reignite the historic inn. Local and state investigators trying to determine a cause of the fire. It's believed to have started above the kitchen toward the back of the Buxton.
It was the best thing for the fire to take, really, because it would have really been devastating if it would have taken, the main building, which is over 200 years old.
Buxton owner Bob Schilling shows us where firefighters tried to break in the front door to get to the fire. Schilling proud of the workmanship that has stood the test of time.
And you can see on the door here, they jammed it, looks like 3 times. They have a big jammer, and they couldn't break the lock. And this lock is the original lock at the Buxton Inn from 1812.
We get a look inside the front door. Other than the smoky smell, the main part of the inn escaped damage.
Most of the smoke and fire damage ended up on the backside only. So there's light smoke damage, nothing that won't be able to be cleaned and taken care of.
Here are a couple photos of what the Buxton looks like when it's open for business. There's a restaurant, tavern, and hotel. It's a one-of-a-kind gathering spot. Now the family says they have a lot to figure out, including whether upcoming events will have to be canceled.
We're in the height of our busy season. We have a full house coming into our hotel this weekend. Lots of dining reservations, lots of ghost tours. It's that time of year.
Neighbors like Vivian Ashbaugh, a Halloween fan, likes the spooky ghost stories at the inn that draw people to town. Ashbaugh says the community supports the business and its staff.
I'm afraid we'll lose history with it. I hope they can restore it.
The owners admit the fire was scary, but they're optimistic about the inn's future and appreciate the community support.
The fire stopped in a closet behind our upstairs bar. I definitely attribute that to the grace of God. Making sure that this building is protected for all the generations to come.
And back out here live, staff members working to salvage what they can from the kitchen here at the Buxton. In fact, the owner tells me that they plan to donate what's left in their freezer to a local food pantry and soup kitchen. Coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, we talked to a woman who was spending the night here with her husband and what they woke up to this morning. For now, we're live and on your side in Granville. I'm Luann Stoya, ABC6 News.
Thanks, Lou. And the picture on your left of your screen here shows the Buxton Inn just weeks before today's fire. The one on the right is a look at the damage. It's said to be Ohio's oldest continuously operated inn. Again, built in 1812, as you saw in Luann's story, and originally called the Tavern. Throughout the years, plenty of famous faces have stayed there, including President Abraham Lincoln and Henry Ford. It was also a place of refuge for slaves who sought freedom on the Underground Railroad.
Here's a look at more of the inside of the building near the kitchen before the fire. Adding to all the history, the inn is said to be haunted by the ghosts of some of the former owners, as well as one of their cats. The inn ended up falling on tough times and became a ghost of its former self. But then the current owners bought it in 2014 with the goal to restore it to its original glory.
I've never been anywhere that was on fire while I was in it. It's just a lot of smoke.
I was really overcome by emotion.
Looked like a bomb went off, actually. It looks pretty bad.
afraid we'll lose history with it.
Fire breaks out, history breaks down. One of Central Ohio's most treasured sites severely damaged by flames today.
It's a historic setback for the Buxton Inn, a beloved spot for weddings and a host of other events. It's been a fixture in Granville and Licking County for centuries, and it's renowned across Ohio and the nation. Here's the view from the air. ABC6 drone track capturing heavy damage to the Buxton building that houses the kitchen. You see the big holes there in the roof. Fortunately, no one hurt here as guests and workers scrambled to get out. The workers are shaken, the owners are shaken, the community is shaken.
But they're staying Buxton strong. They're vowing to rebuild, to recover, and to come back even stronger than ever. Our Luann Stoya is there. Luann, what's the mood tonight?
Well, the family who owns the Buxton Inn tells me they're trying to remain optimistic, but if you take a live look at this kitchen area, you'll understand that it could be difficult for that. And tonight they're appreciative of the support from across Central Ohio and beyond.
A ghost tour was scheduled for the Buxton Inn tonight, but a fire sweeping through the back of the building is what scared people. Tricia Peters and her husband celebrating their anniversary as overnight guests.
The whole room started filling up with smoke. I was coughing, choking. He's trying to grab our luggage and get out.
Firefighters were able to contain the fire to the kitchen in the back of the building. The family owners grateful for first responders.
If the fire would have spread past our kitchen, it would have spread into the main house and into the old part of the inn, and that's stuff that can't be replaced.
Buxton Inn was built in 1812. Abraham Lincoln stayed here. It was a stagecoach stop, something the owners are proud to celebrate.
As a family, we love history and we recognize the importance that history plays in everybody's life.
It's the oldest inn and tavern in the state. The Buxton's owners tell us they're already planning to rebuild and reopen, but for now they're assessing events that need to be postponed.
Devastated. I have a lot of special memories. To me, it is Granville.
Fire investigators are trying to determine the cause. The owners tell us family and staff have poured their hearts and souls into the Buxton, and they won't give up.
We all rely on each other very much, and that's what we're going to have to do to get through this.
The owners say the community support means a lot. Their message now?
Hang in there, we're going to make it, we're going to pull it out, and we're going to make this thing back better than ever. All the great history is going to remain. None of that was destroyed.
And back out here live, you can see workers trying to put tarps up over the holes in the rooftop here. Now, no ghost tours are scheduled here tonight. Owners say they're happy to add the fire of 2022 to their lists of legends. For now, we're live and on your side in Granville. Luann Stoya, ABC6 News.
Luann, thank you. Now, the historic Buxton Inn is said to be Ohio's oldest continuously operated inn. It was built in 1812 and was just called the Tavern for years. It then became the last stop on a stagecoach line heading west to Columbus. President Lincoln and Henry Ford stayed there. It was also a place of refuge for slaves who sought freedom on the Underground Railroad.
Inn also said to be haunted, thus the ghost tours. Guests say you can see the ghost of former owner Bonnie Houston, known as the Lady in Blue for the color of her dress. And the inn's current owners say that her ghost brings out the scent of gardenias, even in winter. The ghost of Houston's cat is said to snuggle with guests in room 9, her former apartment. People also claim to see the spirit of Major Buxton, the inn's previous owner and namesake. He's been accompanied by the scent of cigar smoke.
As the Buxton Inn recovers and rebuilds, you can follow its progress through our ABC6 app. Get breaking news alerts and updates on developing stories sent directly to your phone. Just search WSYX ABC6 in your app store.